first met this man in 1998. That time I was a young fella, still young, in the politics with the party. He was chairman of the constituency of Tunapuna then. Then I met him in 2000. I met him in 2001. I met him in 2002. And the list goes on. This gentleman is the former chairman of NIPDEC. This gentleman is a man, when you hear Tunapuna, you hear Hamlyn Jailal. Ladies and gentlemen, he was a hard-working chairman appointed by our political leader, the Honorable Kamala Prasad Bisasa. Let us all welcome to speak to you all tonight, Mr. Hamlyn Jailal, former chairman of the constituency.
Because what will kill you.
Thank you very much, Chairman Brian. Chairman Brian is on fire tonight. Deputy Political Leader, Senator Julian John. I see Senator, my good brother David Nakra at the back. MP Dr. Sicharan. I saw MP Ravi Ratiram. Hard-working councillors, all the men, people of the East-West Corridor, a warm welcome to Tunapuna. And you, the people of the Tunapuna constituency, let's hear it. Very special welcome to your very own constituency. And I left the best for the last, our dear political leader. And the next Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, the Honorable Kamala Prasad Bisasa. Brothers and sisters, in less than 2 years, the people of Trinidad and Tobago will head to the polls to vote for a new government. Yes, it's that time again. It's clear to all who will be leading the UNC into the next general election, and her name is Kamala Prasad Bisasa. It looks as though the fellow called Dr. Keith Rowley might be leading the PNM into the next election. So it becomes Kamala versus Keith next general election. To the undecided voter, to those who don't vote, and there are many people who don't vote, to the disenchanted voter, and there are disenchanted voters in this country, to all the voters, I think it's only fair that we hold up the scorecard, the score sheet of Kamala Prasad Bisasa when she was Prime Minister between 2010 and 2015. And we must hold up the score sheet of Dr. Rowley for the last 9 years. We must make a fair comparison. That's only fair. We vote for performance. We vote for people who can deliver. You know, if I take a quick look at Team Rowley's scorecard, quick look, see, time going fast. If it were cricket, first batter, duck on Dr. Rowley team. Second batter, duck again. Third batter, duck. You get my drift. They have done little. But Dr. Rowley understands golf very well. So if I put it in golfing terms, and you all may not understand golf, first hole, triple bogey, that's a horrible shot. Second hole, quadruple, even worse shot. And the worst shot in golf is you hit the ball out of bounds, lost ball, you have to start all over. I think under this government, plenty lost balls. Brothers and sisters, under this government, we have spent almost $500 billion. I didn't say million. $500 billion since 2015. That is a staggering figure. And I ask, what do we see for that money? You answer. Has your life improved since 2015? Answer. Have conditions in this country improved since 2015? I ask you tonight, is it a safer country under Dr. Rowley? The resounding answer is no. Do we have better healthcare system? We have Dr. Sicharan, and I know he will address that. What about our roads? They call it the pothole country. All our councillors can attest to that. What about water? Protests all over this country. No water in pipes. You only have water when it rains and it floods. More and more home invasions. I think Councillor Praki Barrett referred to it. You go to the bank, KMGI US dollar. That is what is going on under this. Food prices are soaring out of reach of the common man under this present government. That's just to highlight a few. Everything is crumbling under this government. Every institution is falling apart. Society is in decay. You know, as I say, society is in decay. I only pick up the newspaper this morning, The Guardian. Children's authority sees increase in child abuse. We're speaking about our children. They said for the last 9 months in this country, 4,444 reports of child abuse and maltreatment reported. What about what not reported? And what is the government doing about that? I sure it might be 3 or 4 times not reported. That's the future of our children. And we know Kamala Persad-Bissessar is passionate when it comes to protecting our children. What is the government doing? Very little. Someone referred to school violence. You know, I thought only men fight in school. But when you see the videos on social media, is girls beating girls. That's worrying, frightening. I see it in Tobago also. Girls beating girls. I asked the Minister of Education, you're a woman. It must be in you. Minister, you must be an intelligent person. But what are you doing about it? You are the leader. You are charged with that responsibility. But it's a frightening scene, what is happening in our schools today. You know, I know there is a war going on in Ukraine. It's very sad. I know there is a war in Gaza. That one pains a lot. But sometimes I wonder, is there a war in Trinidad and Tobago? You know, since this government in power 2015, well over 5,000 murders. 5,000 murders. The majority unsolved. Some 90%. No one arrested. Last year alone, we went over 600. And the way it's going, as I speak, I don't know how many people were killed last night, but we're closing in on 550 as I speak to you right now. So it is clear, by 31st of December, we've gone over 600 murders again. That's what is happening in our country. But yet we held an emergency CARICOM summit in Hyatt, spent $5 million to solve crime. What crime? And the murder is just getting out of hand and out of hand. This is a country paralyzed with fear. Let us not talk about home invasion. People are leaving. There is a brain drain. Young people are leaving. No opportunities here. I sure you know what I speak of. I meet many university graduates. It's hopeless. No opportunity. So they're heading to greener pastures. Why? In this country, and Dr. Citron can attest to it, if it were in one field, when you were qualified as a doctor, a job is guaranteed. No longer under this government. Job was guaranteed. No longer under this government. And that is what we face. That is what we face under this government. Brothers and sisters, I keep watching the how time is going, but look at our health sector, and Dr. Citron will address it. It's falling apart, and I just wanted to make this point now. It is not about doctors. It is not about nurses. It becomes a management issue. Sometimes I ask, you know, where are the boards? Where are the CEOs? Running government is like running business. You have to make smart decisions. You have to manage. You have to execute. But I say, too much pain, too much suffering in this land under this government. I feel for our children. I feel for our single mothers under this government. I feel for our pensioners. Christmas is approaching. It will be a bleak one for many, many of our people. So I said, we have to look at the score sheet. We must not take for granted what Kamala Persad-Bissessar delivered between 2010 and 2015. We must remind the population constantly the major accomplishments that took place in that 5 years. And if I look at Team Kamala's score sheet, I see Dr. Gopi Singh was the opening batsman. He scored a century. The man actually built over 100 schools. I see Jakwana opening batting. He triple century. The man actually paved well over 300 roads. I see Dr. Munilal came one down. They have no score for him, like he's still batting. And Ms. Jolingen could attest. Hundreds and hundreds of houses, police stations, health facilities. That was happening under Kamala Persad-Bissessar. You see, it looked easy because of how much was happening. But it is not easy. Sometimes we took it for granted when Kamala Prasad Bisasa was delivering all of this under her astute leadership. But it requires leadership, and she provided that. It requires inspirational leadership, and she provided that. It requires management skills, planning, execution, and that is what we got under Kamala Prasad Bisasa and her amazing team of ministers. And that is why in this country we made so much progress. To you, the undecided voter, those of you unsure, be fair. Examine what was achieved under her reign and what is happening in the last 9 years under this gentleman. You know, we can go on what happened under Kamala Prasad Bisasa. Laptops, she put 7,000 items zero rated. Sporting facilities, new Costard head office in Chaguanas, Day-Bay campus, Children's Hospital, brand new teaching facility in San Fernando. Man, if I had 10 hours, it wouldn't be enough to highlight all what was achieved. And we must constantly remind the population of what was delivered under Kamala Prasad Bisasa. Brothers and sisters, Christmas is approaching. And I say Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas to all. And followed by that, we will say Happy New Year. But I want to tell you, I have sad news. It ain't no Happy New Year. It ain't no Happy New Year. Let me tell you what you face in the New Year. You might very well face another 600 murders. Who will be those people? I don't know. Could be any one of us here tonight. Could be any one of us. We face another 1,000 more home invasions. Whether you're rich or poor, they invade your home. Could be any one of us here tonight, brothers and sisters. Property tax is low. That is coming. It is low. Increase electricity rates. It's low, it's coming. It's just to let you know how much more you will have to pay. I heard electricity rates, insurance premium will increase. Water rates is coming. It's coming, brother. Obviously, and our leader speaks of that dreaded inheritance tax. So UNC family, we have 19 seats. I feel we look good in St. Joseph, and we must bring home Tunapuna to ensure Kamala Prasad Bisasa becomes the next Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. But as I close, I will leave you with a quote of our current Prime Minister. When he was leader of opposition, he told our beloved Prime Minister, and listen carefully, this is Keith Rowley speaking as opposition leader. He said, anytime a government resorts to blaming the opposition for its failure to deliver on their mandate and their responsibilities to the people, it is a clear sign that they have accepted, that they have outlived their usefulness. Mr. Rowley, Dr. Rowley, you're right. You have outlived your usefulness, and it's time you go and call elections, brothers and sisters. So I ask you, let us unite as never before. Let us work hard, brothers and sisters, and ensure whenever the election is called, Kamala Prasad Bisasa will be the next Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago to bring hope, to bring prosperity to all again. I thank you very much.